This project, which is sponsored by the Erasmus program, promotes diversity in many perspectives. When we have 40 students that work together for 15 days with more or less 20 teachers and 20 people who were invited to come here from several areas, companies, etc. This means that there is a lot to share, not just in terms of what they are learning, in terms of what they are doing, the many exercises they have to complete, the way they work inside the room in a multicultural and multilingual environment, but there is much that goes beyond the classroom and the building itself. When we create such a large group, the idea is always to have a very interesting experience, a balanced experience that helps them to understand who we are, our spirit, how we normally behave, how we welcome them, what kind of opportunities there are for them here in Porto and in Portugal, what kind of connection we have with the world outside. And they learn all this, and they can take back the experience they had here and eventually transform those experiences in something that will help them in the future to, for instance, come back to Portugal, to come back to Porto, to choose a business partner here, to create a network with us, or just to come back for the sake of enjoying the city.
France,
No, Slovakia.
Slovakia,
Romania.
Romania,
Spain, Galicia.
Spain, nuestros hermanos, Galicia, es Portugal,
Portugal, galego.
Okay, you stay here, we have something to discuss.
15 days, it's really intense. It's a bit long, but at the same time you have more time to get to know the people and to make a relationship with them. So I would recommend everyone to try this.
Alors c'est une chance exceptionnelle pour nos étudiants de la délégation française parce que à la fois ils peuvent faire de la traduction mais également bénéficier du droit comparé et d'être confrontés aux enseignements perçus déjà par les autres étudiants, c'est une chance exceptionnelle pour eux.
None of us of the French delegation come from a traduction or interpretation background, but still it was great to get to learn this field. And I don't know if we would like to work in interpretation or traduction, but it will definitely be an advantage for our future careers in a multicultural environment and in European environment as well.
I have some experiences with this program, so I must say that it was one more time a very interesting experience, and I hope that especially students for which it was a new experience, they really loved it, and they will come back home with new experiences, with new friends especially, and new ideas about the future. So I think that I hope that it was for them especially something very useful for their future life.
It was more intensive than we thought before, but it was very useful, and the lessons were really nice, and the teachers were really nice as well.
We Europeans each represent our country, and so through meeting all of these students as well as the teachers and through all the visits, I think it was a great opportunity.
For me, it was really very exciting because this is my 6th participation in this kind of project, and I was really excited to meet again my colleagues, to see Porto again, which I love, and of course meet new students, and it was really amazing, of course.
E agora, facede cos espíritus dos amigos que están fora, participen con nós desta queimada.
Quand les professeurs nous ont parlé de cet Erasmus, je pensais que c'était plutôt faire de la traduction et les cours étaient plutôt des classes théoriques et tout ça, mais à passer les 15 jours, je pense que c'est une expérience très intéressante et que si je devrais parler à des autres personnes sur cette expérience, je leur recommanderais.
Well, it's always a positive experience for us. Most of the Spanish students have already had already been to Erasmus, but it is always good to have the opportunity to come back to have this kind of experiences.
I expected to meet some new people, and it has overcome all of my expectations, and the program gave me completely new perspective on my future profession, so it changed me a lot.
Moi, ça fait un moment que j'accompagne des étudiants dans ce genre de projet. Donc, je savais à peu près que ça allait bien se passer. Parce que jusque-là, tous les étudiants slovaques qui ont fait cette expérience ont été ravis. Donc, disons, il n'y a pas eu de grosses surprises. Ça m'a convaincue. Je me disais qu'il fallait absolument continuer dans ce genre de projet parce que c'est extrêmement enrichissant. Et comme c'est ma découverte du Portugal, alors même sur le plan personnel, c'était quelque chose de nouveau et très, très intéressant.
Well, to be honest, I had no expectations because I'm not actually studying translation. I'm studying intercultural communication, and I wanted to work in multinational groups and get this vibe more than to get something for translation. But anyways, it was great to know something new about translation field and everything. It will be really useful for me. You need to force yourself, first of all, to speak in English all the time. You have no chance to speak in your mother language, and I think that's really great, yes.
Porto is a great city. It has such a nice architecture. It's very colorful, and in the night it's just lit up and everything is amazing.
Like there is always something to look at. I could be like standing for hours on one of those miradoros and just watching on all those layers of Porto. I mean, it's wonderful.
Well, about Porto, I have said to anyone that this is the most beautiful city where I have ever been. And really, I have been almost in all European countries, but I don't know, here is some kind of different vibe. I don't know, I'm for 100% sure that I will come back one day.
With Susanna on the hand, Emmanuel is the big boss.